So like I've been doing, I've been sharing a lot of my experiences when it comes to a lot of the anime that I've consumed. And today we're going to be talking about Mob Psycho 100, which actually happens to be one of my favorite animes because I just really love the series because of what it is, what it's about. I love the characters. It was so easy for me to dive into it. And I just want to share my experience with Mob Psycho 100 because like I said, it's a really good show. So if there's anybody else out there that happened to see Mob Psycho 100 as well and you want to share your experience with me, sure to let me know in the comments because one of the greatest things about making videos is to connecting with many people, and I would love to do that with you guys. So let me know and allow me to share my experience with you guys when it comes to Mob Psycho 100. So my introduction to Mob Psycho 100 came at a time when I wanted something simple and steady, and the picture of Mob caught my eye because of how plain it looked. There was nothing loud about it, nothing trying too hard, and that alone made me curious because it felt like a show I could ease into without needing to prepare myself for anything heavy. And once I started watching, I noticed how the unusual moments blended with a calm tone underneath. Even the stranger scenes felt balanced. It didn't push for intensity. Instead, it moved at a pace that let me settle in without effort. And after a long day, that steady feeling made it much easier for me to connect with the show than I expected. And as the early episodes continued, Mob's quiet way of moving through his life made everything feel grounded. Nothing came across as forced. That honest rhythm helped me relax, and the more I watched, the more I realized that the show was giving me exactly what I needed at the moment. It gave me space to breathe. And as I continued watching, there was a point where my interest grew into something more personal. This happened during scenes when Mob faced his own feelings in a quiet, honest way. These moments weren't dramatic or loud, they were clear and sincere, and they made me pay closer attention than I planned to. These emotional parts made the series feel different for me. They touched on doubts, pressure, and moments of hesitation, and they were presented in a way that felt familiar. And I didn't expect to relate to those scenes as much as I did, but they reached me gently, without forcing anything. That natural approach helped the show build a connection that felt real. Some nights I ended up watching later than I intended to because the episodes held my attention so well. Not because of big plot twists, but because the emotions felt genuine. And the show balanced its serious moments with calmer ones, and that balance kept me steady even during late hours when my mind was usually restless. They explored ideas about accepting yourself and learning to move forward, and these moments stayed with me during regular parts of my day. And that quiet impact is what deepened my attachment to Mob Psycho 100. It became something meaningful without really trying to be. And sharing Mob Psycho 100 with people close to me added another layer to my connection with it. I didn't share it to convince anyone, I shared it because it had already become important to me, and I wanted them to understand what I saw in it. And watching the reactions brought back my own early impressions, and seeing them respond to certain scenes reminded me of how I felt when I first saw them. It left me experience those early moments again from a different angle, almost like revisiting a memory of a new perspective. And the conversations that followed were thoughtful and sincere. We talked about the tone, the quiet moments, and the reasons certain scenes stood out, and it created a natural space for deeper discussions. And those talks made me appreciate my own connection to the show even more. Sharing the series didn't change why I love it, but it expanded the meaning behind it. It turned something personal into something shared, and that added another reason for the series to stay with me long after I finished watching it. So that was my experience with Mob Psycho 100. Like, it was a basic story really that I shared with you guys, but it was just an anime that I really connected to because I wasn't expecting to really get into it as first. I thought, okay, I heard a lot of people talking about it, allow me to check it out. But as I continued watching more and more, I just got super invested, and then I started watching the other seasons, and then I got hooked as well. And then I ended up finishing the series when it had its last season, and I just really enjoyed it overall. It's a very good franchise. I highly recommend anybody if you haven't seen it yet, because it's just one of those anime that you really have to check out. There's thousands of anime out there, of course, but Mob Psycho should definitely be on that list. But now I want to ask you guys, how do you feel about Mob Psycho 100? Is there anything that you want to share with me when it comes to your own personal experience with the series? Be sure to let me know, of course, in the comment section down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to show your support, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you guys want to follow me on my social media and see what I do outside of this YouTube world, be sure to check out my X, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Facebook. All the links to those are located in the description below, so be sure to follow me on there so we can grow the community in those other platforms. And since I was speaking of community, I actually happen to have a Discord server. I talk about anime, I talk about manga. I want to interact with more people, my fans that happen to check out my content. So if you're interested in checking out the server, link is listed in the comments. Be sure to click on that bad boy and it'll direct you right to the server so you can interact with me and other people on there. I want to get that community growing because I really want to talk to more of you guys, because I really appreciate all the support that you guys give me on every single video. And be sure to click on that bell, of course, so you guys are notified, just like how you knew about this video coming out. So whenever the next upload happens, you know. And I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day, wherever the day may be, because we all live at different parts of the world, if it's the daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.